Okay, so I'm sure most of you have heard of Shopify before, but if not, basically it's a platform where you can sell stuff, whatever it may be. And I'll just give you an example if you don't know. Ardent Mart is something I'm just tinkering with right now. And you just kind of throw a picture up on the top here. You can put whatever you want when it comes to lettering or the sayings, and basically when everything's said and done, you have a whole bunch of products that you'd be able to sell. So this is like a product that would be drop shipped. It would come from China. It would take probably between a month and a half right now due to the coronavirus. However, with the Zendrop, they do have reputable people that they deal with. So they have boots on the ground, as they say in China. So the products that they have sourced are with companies that is going to be okay, that it's going to get your customers. So once things kind of die down, or hopefully as soon as things die down with the COVID virus, we'll be able to get better shipping times, which would, I guess, be ideally 2 to 3 weeks. So that's even better, right? Hopefully that's the case. So anyway, with that being said, right now Zendrop, through this gentleman named Adrian Morrison, has given his peoples a 90-day free trial of the pro version. So you might want to try checking that out. I don't know if it's still available. I was able to grab it while it was, so yay for me. Hopefully that's the same case for you guys. Irregardless, I would definitely check out his channel, because basically it will show you all kinds of things that pertain to marketing and taking care of your Shopify channel. So check this guy out. To me, he seems legit. That's all I can say about that. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check out Zendrop, and we're just going to do this step by step. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to do is obviously go to zendrop.com, and this is what you're going to see on the home page. Basically, what they do is, well, it says faster shipping. They do custom packaging. You'd speak with people here in America, so that's easy for us Americans. You have complete label privacy, or complete private labeling. So when it comes to your customers, if you pay an additional amount, you can have it where it looks like it's from ardentmart.com or whatever, right? And then this is a beautiful feature of auto-fulfill your orders. So basically, instead of you having to manually just click all the buttons and say, okay, go ahead and send this stuff out, as soon as somebody places the order, it goes out. They do that. And then they have live chat support, thank you letters that can go along with it. It helps with branding and real-time analytics. I've gone through the platform so far, and I am very impressed, guys. So I know that they have a ways to go, because they're still relatively new. I mean, it's maybe like a year and a half or something like that, but very well worth it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and sign up for free. And I'm just going to go ahead and enter my information here. Now, once you fill out the information and you agree to the privacy policy and all that kind of stuff, it pops up with this page. And because I don't know how far in we're going to be, you might not be able to get that pro type thing. We're going to start with the starter program, which gives you 50 orders per month. So they'll take care of that stuff for you. Let's see how that works out, because I mean, if you can get 50, that pretty much gives you the money that you'll need to go ahead and go over to the pro plan, right? And that will also verify, hey, is this worth doing? So let's go ahead and select this. All right, so now it's saying connect a store. Enter your existing Shopify store URL below, and you'll be redirected to Shopify to connect your account to Zendrop. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go over to the Shopify, and at this moment, they're giving us 90 days, no credit card required as well. So awesome, right? So let's go ahead and start our free trial here. Enter in my information. Now on the bottom, it's going to ask for your store name. You might not know it. I think you could change it down the line. I'm just calling mine Camping Gear and Survival, and we're going to hit Create Store. And here we are. Beautiful. and you can fill out this information as you go along, or you can skip it. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and skip. This is information that you'll need to fill in, so I'll go ahead and do that now. And once you're done with all that, on the bottom right, you can click on the button Enter My Store, and it will take you to your store. So our trial has just started. Beautiful. Excuse me. So now we need to be able to connect this up to our Zendrop, right? All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to... All right, so we're going to click on this little button over here, not the online store, but on that little eye, and that's going to give you the name of your Shopify store. So at this precise moment, this is what your store looks like. Kind of blasé, but once you add some pictures and some other fun stuff, it looks pretty professional, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back into our Zendrop, and we're going to enter that URL. Okay, so as you can see, I had a little moment where it wasn't working. What I had to do was just take out the HTTPS at the beginning of it, and it took me to this page. And so what we have here is basically saying that, hey, we're going to install this application onto Shopzilla, which is called Zendrop. Do you want to do this? And the answer is yes. So let's install unlisted app. And we'll continue on going. All right, I don't want to read more. So we are on Zendrop. Zendrop is a beautiful platform. So basically what we have here is, let's just, I don't want to give away too much in regards to what they have, but they have these beautiful products that you'd be able to look at. So if we just wanted to look at, let's say, just one of them. Let's say I want to, well, I'm selling camping gear, right? So let's say I want to sell a survival kit, which is really what I want to do. Let's just go with the shovel for now, okay? So with this shovel, over here is the production cost, so this is what you would pay, and then the suggested retail for this shovel would be $60, and then you would get basically like a $30 profit. Now you would be able to change things around when it comes to that. In addition to that, it tells you temporary, like basically how long it would take. So before coronavirus, it would be between 8 and 15 days where it could get to the U.S. Not bad, okay? Now, because of what's going on, it's going to take up to like a month and a half or so. So that you would obviously share with your customers. And then in regards of variants, that would be like different colors and things like that if they had that available. So basically all you would have to do here is scroll down to the bottom and just add to the import list. So now that it's in the import list, you click on that. This is where you'd be able to change around the tags and what you want to call it, what collection you want to put it in, all that kind of good stuff. So basically it already has a description per se. I would highly recommend going through it and customizing it to the English that you have within your area, and then also this is a good time where you could perform search engine optimizations where you use specific words and stuff like that. Over here on the variant, you can change the prices. So now instead of like $59.99, let's say if you want to put $100, you could do that. I don't think anybody's going to be $100 for a shovel, but hey, who knows? So in this case, if we put $50, it would be $13.39 that you would get. It would probably be best to keep it at wherever it was that they had originally, but that's up to you. In regards of like the profit, you also want to incorporate advertising expenses. So if you could have anything that's like a $20 profit, that's going to be relatively okay. Because $10 is probably going to go towards advertising it and finding somebody who will actually buy it. So if you have somebody, let's say you spend somebody spends $60, $10 of this $23 profit is going to, let's say, Facebook. So then you would get like a $13.39 type profit. I don't know if I'm going too fast, but that's kind of like how it would work out. All right, so with that said, all right, let's go ahead and import it to our store. So we're going to plop it on over, okay? Now it's done its thing. we're going to go over into our camping gear and survival, our Shopzilla store, and we're going to look into our products. And there it is, beautiful. So now we have that in our products, and we would be able to get started with making our our online store look pretty. Okay, so that's kind of like the first steps when it comes to getting things set up. All right, now there's another important thing that I'm going to show you here. If you want to have like a brand name that's easy to remember. So in my case, I've done some searching around, and I found something that I think will be relatively easy to remember, and it's called Camping Gear and Survival. Now, I like Ionos a lot because it's only $1 for the first year. They also include kind of like the privacy type thing where not everybody and their grandma can find you. So I mean, usually you pay $15 for that anyway. So for like $1 for the first year is very good, and then $15 for the next year is very reasonable. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the cart. And we'll continue. And basically we just want the domain name only. However, you can also add on for your first month an email, which is probably something you might be interested in, right? So if somebody has a question, hey, I don't understand what's going on or whatever, okay, well, Stefan at campinggearandsurvival.com, or whatever you want to put there, they have an email that they can send a request to, and it makes you look more professional. So you might want to try that as well. But for now, I'm just doing the domain name. Continue. Make sure that this is spelled correctly. campinggearandsurvival.com. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and create a new account. Basically, go ahead and fill in all this information. Yeah, I'll fill it in, and then you can see the next page. Alright, filled out the information, and go on to the next page. And now it's time for the money, honey. Alright, filled in the information, scroll down, hit the button, and after you fill it in, it will take you over to the following page, which basically verifies everything. So when you scroll down a little bit, this is what you're going to see. Once again, campinggearandsurvival.com, $1 for the first year, and then $15 for the following, and then the domain will be privately registered. So that is a beautiful thing, guys. Alright, so by checking out, I acknowledge I have read, understand, agreed to the payment terms as follows. I consent to Ionos, that's up to you. And order now. And then here's my personal PIN, that would be down below. There we have it. We have officially registered that domain. At this point, we would be able to use, or we would be able to create I can't even spit it out, an email. But for now, let's just go ahead and connect that name to Shopzilla. Okay. So what we're going to do is go back into Ionos, and we're going to log into that domain. Sign in. Camping gear and survival.com. it is. Now it is going to take a little while for them to propagate or basically connect it up where it's ready to connect with Shopzilla. You can speed things up by calling them and saying, hey, I just want to make sure that it's up and running. I don't know if I might have done something wrong, and it will go much faster. But in this case, let's just go ahead and take a look at it. If we wanted to create an email, you could do that. And I believe it was name server or DNS. Give me a moment. Here, let's try adjust destination. That might make sense, right? So we're going to click onto that. All right, so we are going to connect our page to an external page, okay? Beautiful. And then when we come on down, there should be e-commerce services. So we're going to click on Shopify, and basically we need to do something on the Shopify end as well. So we're going to go over to Shopify real quick, and we're going to go over to domains, and over here this is showing that's ready to go, it's connected with something else, but we want to connect an existing domain. And what we're going to do is plop that in. So camping gear and survival.com. We're going to click next. I'm going to click automatically. So over here on Ionos is saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and change things around. Do you want to do it? And we're going to be like, yes, connect. In order to apply the settings, we will have to disable services currently connected to your domain or remove the conflicting DNS records. That's fine. And we're successfully connected to your Shopify site. So basically, this is where it's going to take a little time. It could take up to 48 hours. And this is where you would be like, hey, I just want to make sure that I did it right, so I could speed things up. All right. So in this case, I'm not going to do that. I mean, I know that it's eventually going to connect, and we'll go ahead and go on from there. So that's how you kind of set things up from that end. Also, we want to make sure that we have something called the SSL, because with SSL, that basically makes it more secure, right? And that comes along with what we have here. So we're going to go back into the domain. And over here where it says SSL certificate, we're going to activate SSL encryption. I apologize if I'm going too fast. Try to slow down if anything. We're just going to do SSL starter wildcard. We're not doing the business and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we could do that later on, but right now let's just go ahead and activate this. It's free. I'm assuming that would be, I forget what it's called, Let's Encrypt or something like that. All right, so this is what we are doing. Camping gear and survival, change usage with the Ionos website. Boom, 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 set up SSL. Oh, oops, here. And that should be it. So at this point, you're able to basically, well, actually, no, let's go over to settings, because now you're going to actually want to get paid and be able to pay and all that good stuff, right? So in regards of like payments, you're going to want to fill in the information that you have here for Shopify Payments. You go over the rates and understand what you're doing, and basically it's going to connect with like whatever account that you have, banking account that you have. It's highly advisable to have a separate account just for this. Right now I'm doing from checking. That's probably the most stupidest thing you could probably do, but that's where I'm at. So that's up to you guys. Hire your accountants and attorneys and all that people's when it comes to business type stuff. But this is like doing things on the cheap, just so that you can get started. All right, and then once that's been taken care of, basically everything's going to go where, you know, when you click onto like a product, people will actually be able to buy it. It will connect over to the Zendrop, and then from Zendrop you just click a button to you know, have them connect with like AliExpress or whoever the vendor is there. All right. Let me give you like another little tip just to kind of help you along. So hold on one second. Let's go back into artedmark.com because that's something that's already set up. Okay, so now that this is, we'll go over to the online store. And they have some nice things that will help you out. I mean, they have pictures that you'd be able to use for your store. I believe it might be in preferences or something like that. I don't know offhand, so please forgive me. Something you can Google. But one thing that I do like to go to, or one website I like to visit, is called Pixabay.com. And this is where you're able to find pictures that you can use for your website without getting in trouble. I would suggest, you know, at least giving credit to the authors because, you know, they've helped out a lot. And they have a whole bunch of things that you can choose from. So in this case, we're going to be looking, you know, camping type stuff or survival type stuff, and we'll see what pops up. For whatever reason, we got a slow connection today, so let's just type camping. All right, so what pops up though? On the very beginning is stuff from Shutterstock. You have to pay for these images, so if you want to go ahead and do that, feel free. But we're going for free stuff right here, right? We're trying to make it all nice and easy on the pocket. I kind of like camping with marshmallows, and I kind of like this one too. So kind of a toss up between the two, but we'll just do whatever pops up first. Probably camping. Or was the other one. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Pixabay license. Here it's free for commercial use, and no, I can't say that word, attribution is required, which is awesome. So we're going to go ahead and download this. And because we're going to try to also do a little search engine optimization, I'm going to do something other than camping whatever, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and save the file, and I'm going to change the file name. So let's just go ahead and go up in here. We're going to go ahead and change this name. So I'm going to name it to camping gear, because that's kind of like what I'm searching for, right? Here's another little trick that might help out when it comes to search engine optimization type thing. Google has something called Google Analytics, where you'd be able to, you know, find how popular an item is and so forth. I have another tool which is not here, so never mind. Google Analytics would be able to tell you how much or how many people would be searching like camping gear and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back into ArtedMark. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to customize. So I mean, they have different themes that you can choose from and things of that nature. So, you know, you click on themes and, you know, something would pop up here and you'd be able to choose from free themes that they have. I'm just using something that's simple, and we're going to customize it. So at the very beginning, we have this image that we have on the top, and here we would easily be able to change it. So I'm going to upload that thing that we have just downloaded, camping gear. I'm going to open it. It's pretty much kind of like drop and paste. So now we have that here. Okay, beautiful, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to go ahead and change. Let's go back over here. The header. So instead of having announced something here, you know, maybe we could say, hey, due to COVID virus, there will be a shipping delay. then you could have, you know, a link that would explain more, or a page, or whatever you want to put. You can do that if you want. We're going to go over here. I'm sorry. So under this image here, down below is where you would be able to put like your heading. So here I would put camping gear and survival. Bringing your kitchen and dinner to life is going to be out the door, and we would put, you know, whatever it is that, you know, would go along with that. All right, so that's just basically how you would be able to make changes. And as you just kind of go down, go back, this would be like the next section, and you'd be able to make changes from here. Next section down here. I mean, it's pretty cut and paste, straightforward. Any questions that you do have, I mean, there's tons of videos that are on it. I'm sure you could contact, you know, Shopify to help you along with it. But that's just like the gist of it, how to get things up and running. And one last thing before I forget, let me just go ahead and show you how to do the email, because I figure that will come in handy, right? So we logged in back into Ionos. We're back at the main screen here, you might say, and we're going to go into our domain. And over here, you're going to see email addresses. You know, go ahead and create. And I'm going to do just like the nice, easy, basic type thing. It's like $2 a month, if anything. And I'll go ahead and put in my email, put in the password, and then after that, it shows how you're able to sign into it. And you could do, you know, the extra protection if you want, or whatever. That's up to you. Save it, and then it will show you how you're able to sign in. And that's it, guys. So I thank you, and I hope this video helps. Thank you again. All right, bye.